And with it, dogs. Hold on, sorry. The volume is a bit high. There we go. With it, dogs. Welcome back to Garo Attacks. Clicker Heroes. Blow. Pretty good intro. Not gonna lie. Last episode, we finished talking about Mr. Darkness Man, and we have that little bit of lore added to it, which if you haven't watched, it's actually super cool. This episode, I'm gonna start talking about the lore on the ancients, and we'll figure that shit out. And after that, I guess we'll just start playing the actual fucking game. Whoa, what? That's weird. Any hoozle. They got no cheat. I'm just reading the patch notes. I'm pretty sure nothing is new. I just wanted to make sure that nothing is new. Only one after your first, and only after your first ascension. That might mean after I ascend for the first time after this patch is released. I don't know. There's new achievements, and Auto Mode now only cancels if you click on a monster twice. Yeah, I remember that. And I don't remember the new achievements though. Ooh, I got a review. Zone Conqueror. Oh, it looks like they added more zone achievements if you've gotten to a certain zone. Lagmorph, Blabby Bloobs. Attack, maybe? World's Strongest? Maybe they added this one. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty sure they didn't add that one. There might be one for, yep, idols. Or relics. Sorry, there it is. Hey, Hazel, I'm going to go ahead and, new day. It's a new light. Dark Ritual it up. And... oh, also, get this fucking out of farm mode and stick it on progression mode so I can actually start progressing in this game. That way, next episode, we can actually do something. Anyways, let's start talking about these ancients. And here's a little bit of lore. Every primal boss gives us hero souls when we ascend. What does that mean in lore speak? Well, first and foremost, the person who lets us ascend is Amenhotep, the person who is trying to strike balance within the worlds. He's trying to make us redo our world as often as possible to see if there's a new thing that'll happen in the redo that'll make it super rebalanced and stuff. And to goad you, in my opinion, to doing these ascensions. To rebalance the world, because it's going to take a really long time to hit a perfect balance, my friend. He gives you hero souls for each primal boss that you defeat, and for each time you level up your heroes by 2,000, I believe. Yeah, see down here, it says total hero levels 3,600, but in parentheses next to it, it says worth 1 hero soul when you ascend, because it's every 2,000. So if we give some people another 400 levels, it'll definitely give us 2 hero souls when we ascend, and so on and so forth. So what does this mean? The primal bosses that we defeat. Well, primal bosses can only be bosses, not regular enemies. And 2, they're the ones that it's not like, oh, just spend a lot of time on it and you'll kill it. No big deal. It's just a regular enemy. Just if you don't have the damage, just spend like 30 seconds at most bringing its HP down and trying to kill it. Here's the dude, Arcane Guardian. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get him this time around. I'll just double check to see, because we might be able to get him this time around. Check it out. Nope. Sorry. Let's do a little bit more farming here. So yeah. Oh, whoopsies. Put it on farm mode. So yeah, only primal bosses do it, and primal bosses only show up on certain ascensions. Here is my theory on this. A primal boss is a boss that is ultimately balanced in Amenhotep's favor. The fact that you defeat one of these beings allows you to gain more hero souls from him. Or sorry, not balanced. Imbalanced in Amenhotep's favor, because they're primal, they're extra strong and resilient and whatnot, and Amenhotep hates it. He's like, no, balance these fuckers out. So he rewards you hero souls in defeating them, and it also leveling up your heroes when after you ascend. Why leveling up your heroes? Once again, striking the balance. Every time your heroes go up by 2,000, let's say Sid's level 2,000, Tree Beast level 2,000, Amenhotep gets a little scared. He's like, oh, that's pretty powerful. We want to strike a balance here, not tip it. So here's a couple hero souls. If you ascend, go ahead and do so. So, and once you ascend, you're able to purchase ancients. And ancients are monuments or statues of ancient primal beings that inhabit not just the planet, but like time itself. The same way Amenhotep does. He's just the same Amenhotep every time you ascend. He keeps his knowledge of what happened beforehand, but you don't because you're a brand new person and you're not outside of time like him. Same thing with these ancients. The things we are purchasing are their idols, and for some reason these stick with us through ascensions. It might be some sort of like time rift continuum blah 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 bullshit, but that's my theory on it. It's not the fact that you are going to the statue itself and praying to these bosses, or sorry, to these ancients that to increase your like power and strength and effectiveness and whatnot. It's the fact that you actually use the hero souls as currency in the game to purchase idols for them, and it's and hero souls in this realm are like are a very valuable currency because they only show up through the power of the gods, Amenhotep. No one has ever met him except for me, dog. He's in fact part of my team, dog. So he gives me these hero souls, and people go crazy over him. They're like, yeah. Usually, an idol for an ancient dude who actually gives you a crazy power would cost like quadrillions and quintillions and septillions of money. But if you just give me like 11 hero souls, I'll fucking take that, dude. Which goes into perspective on how valuable each of these hero souls are, and how valuable these ancients are, and the fact that you not only use it as currency, but you use it on the idol itself. The idol absorbs the hero soul itself to become more powerful. It's pretty interesting, and people, and our party in particular, goes crazy over these things, which is why I suggest buying 4 right off the bat. 1, because it's a Armor Games achievement, I believe, if you're playing this game on armorgames.com. But also because it's a great like balance of purchasing ancients, whereas if I was to purchase one right now, it would be how much? 16. It's quite a bit. But the 4th one, I believe you purchase is only 8, and then that's when you start leveling them up. Otherwise, you know, it'd be pretty shitty to keep buying more at low levels as opposed to leveling up really powerful ones. And as I told you, with the special what's it called? The special algorithm that I found online on the wiki and whatnot, I've picked out some of the better ones. Gold Gain, and DPS are exceptionally good. Primal Bosses is just something that I really like myself. I thought it would like pay for itself, basically. I get more Primal Bosses, I get more Hero Souls to give to my Ancient of Souls, they'll get me more Primal Bosses, yada yada yada, everyone wins. Anyhoozle, it's 9 minutes into the video, but I haven't even read any of the stuff on these dudes, so let's go ahead. Atman, Ancient of Souls. As you approach the monument, your skin reacts to a chilly breeze. Hair stands at the back of your neck, and you sense a mystical presence in the air. Atman, I believe, is lore-wise an avatar, or maybe even, as it looks like, a body part of Amenhotep's corporeal form. As it looks like, it kind of looks like a heart, maybe with a couple of ventricles and maybe some lungs on the side. So Atman, in my opinion, is a sentient internal organ of Amenhotep that just in its quest to also give you more hero souls from trying to reload each run, it gives you more primal bosses, which it understands like a base sort of need and strategy for doing that in itself. Cool dude, I like him a lot. Next up is Libertas, Ancient of Freedom. The air suddenly feels cleaner and the sun shines more brightly. Being near this ancient gives you the sense that you may soon be able to do whatever you wish, and that your responsibilities and obligations to this world are not as relevant as they once were. Leon looks on at you with sorrow, wondering if someday you might leave and never return. Aww. I love these ancient, like, reading the lore on these, because it does incorporate, like, your party members, too, and at this point in time, they assume that, oh, you probably already got Leon, so we're gonna mention him, and it's super cool that he's, you know, sorry, guys, I don't want to say Courage the Cowardly Dog, the Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz. He's afraid that you might leave him because you're so free, and for some reason this this translates into gold gain. Well, gold gain when idle, I guess. So that's sort of like a freedom, like, oh, I could just set this game down and make gold like this, and I'm free to do whatever I want. I guess that's what they're going for with Ancient Freedom. Otherwise, very good in my opinion. Great gold gain, and it's no maximum level. As you notice, this one is a maximum level 25, obviously, because, you know, 100% chance of primal bosses is kind of OP, so they put a cap on it, but some of these there's no cap on, like these three in particular. Anyways, next is Mimsy, Ancient of Riches. Well, Mimsy, what do we got on the docket today? Well, Mimsy says you can line your pockets with the spoils of war, for Mimsy grants booty far greater than before. You smile as she whispers into your ears, earn real money. I believe this is a play on, like, pay-to-win games. But it's the Ancient of getting more money from treasure chests. It's spoils of war, as it says, being you killing mimics, and mimics being full of more gold than any other monster in the game. So that's what Mimsy does. He understands the anatomy, I guess, of mimics, and just fills them up with gold. That way, every time you get one, it's like super pumped up with gold. I like this one a lot because the gold gain from treasure chest is probably my favorite part about the game. Just getting a treasure chest and being like, oh shit, well, how much did I boost up this time? Boo! A whole lot, apparently. Anyway, next up is See Ya Laters, Ancient of Abandon. This is very similar to Freedom. Abandon and Freedom sort of go hand in hand if you think about it. But anyways, he's idle DPS Ancient. There's a bunch of mushrooms, it looks like, put together, and it says, getting tired of killing monsters? Need a break? Want to get away? But feel obligated to stay? Now you can have your cake and eat it too. So it's kind of a joke, Ancient. See Ya Laters, the name obviously is a joke as well, but I like to speculate on some of these joke ones and try to make something cool out of them. Like the mushrooms on this guy, I have no idea whether or not he's like a snake oil salesman of some sort, Ancient or something. Maybe that's where all salesmen come from this Ancient, who knows. Anyhoozle, let's talk about the 4 that we see here, and if I ever in the future get more, I'll definitely read the descriptions. But right now, I don't feel like wasting all of my hero souls just to get every single Ancient to show you the lore. If you want to see that, go ahead and check out the wiki right now. It's all up on there, but I hope you join me as well as I look at some of these. Solomon, Ancient of Wisdom, gives bonus on primal hero souls. The number of souls a primal boss gives you is increased. This would be a pretty good one for me to get and level up. Also, does not have a maximum level. Like Mr. Man Atman over here, so you can get a ton of hero souls from this. Anyways, the Ancients have a lingering, noticeable effect on everyone who approaches them. As you approach Solomon, you can't help but reflect on your recent decisions. What has this world done to you that so many of its creatures deserve to die? Even the monsters in other universes are not safe from your wrath. Realize that you desire to kill them all and to take all their gold, but you're not entirely sure why. Feel the urge to contemplate many things. Yes, Solomon. One that is he's a king of ancient times, as Amenhotep is part of ancient times because he's like an ancient Egyptian dude, whereas Solomon was sort of like in the Middle East back in the day. Not to mention Once again, he gives like extra primal stuff, so I'm guessing it's a body part, probably like the eye or the inner eye of Amenhotep. Yeah. Sorry, the video's getting pretty long here. This one might be like a 20-minute video. My apologies, but there's quite a bit of lore going on here. Anyways, and once again, it does mention the fact that, hey, maybe these monsters aren't bad, which lends to my my theory that we're the actual bad guys here. Also, Amenhotep helps with this realization as well, because, you know, tipping the scales of good and evil, that's us right there, apparently. And not to mention that it mentions that other universes are not safe as well. It does tease. Sorry, I had to get that. The fact that there are, you know, ascensions into multiple universes going on, so other universes' monsters are not safe from us, because we're trying to, well, we're helping Mr. Amenhotep take balance back into the world, but, you know, it's not working as well as he thought. We're tipping balance more in our favor. It's kind of like, if you've ever watched the anime, Madoka Magica, spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil the end of this anime. The more that one chick tries to prevent the other chick from becoming a magical girl, the more it tips the scales of chaos and whatnot, in that once she becomes a magical girl, holy shit, is she powerful as fuck. Same thing with Solomon and our just general quest to ascend as many times as possible to bring balance to the world. It's a great and a what's it called, noble thing to do, all this, but also it's probably not gonna work and might be the cause of the destruction of the entire multiverse. Who knows? Anyways, next up is Sniperino, Ancient of Accuracy. Another little Joker meme name right there. Plus 2 seconds to duration of Lucky Strikes. Now you understand that there are ancients that add durations to all of your things. There's, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not 9, definitely, because this one reduces cooldown on stuff, and this one energizes something else. So it's probably like 7 then for, no, not the Dark Ritual either, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure there's 6 of them for those 6 that the cooldown, or sorry, the duration actually matters for, of course. This is one of them, Sniperino, and it's for the Lucky Strikes, of course, because, you know, sniping equaling critical hits equaling blabby blabby blue. Once again, this one has a maximum level because we would hate for the duration to be like infinite, so they cap it right there to make it fair. Alexa accompanies you on your visit to the monument. The Ancient's aura has enhanced my sight. I can more easily detect weaknesses in my foes, she claims. She claims. Which is weird that it enhances her abilities, because really we're the one who has the Lucky Strike ability. Maybe the Lucky Strike ability affects all of our heroes. I never thought of that, did you? It affects all of our heroes, not just ourselves. Anyways, that's why we're doing critical hits. Anyways, Dog Cog, Ancient of Thrift, minus 2% hero hiring and level up cost. So here's a good one for gold stuff. There's Gold Gain, and then there's this one, which I believe is, you know, quote-unquote, version of Gold Gain where you spend less gold. You know, in my opinion, that's sort of like Gold Gain. Once again, has a maximum level of 25 because, once again, we don't want our heroes to cost 0 because that would be fucking cheating. Anyways, your heroes unanimously voice a great amount of displeasure at the notion that you might use this agent. Oh, of course they do. But also, my heroes are greedy as fuck and expensive as shit. Anyways, next up is Kumo Wakamaru, Ancient of Shadows. Minus 1 monsters required to advance to the next level. Once again, this has a max level, of course, because we would hate for it to be 0 monsters to kill to advance to the next level. So maximum level of 5, meaning you can kill 5 monsters and then go to the next level. It's whatever. It's not really good, actually, because you gain less gold because you're fighting less junk monsters and stuff. Yeah, you get to the next boss faster, but blabby blabby blue, I don't think it's too good. Anyway, the text is cutting off. Hopefully I can read it. Darkness radiates through the environment, causing many things to become difficult to see. You catch a brief glimpse of movement nearby. Was that Abaddon? Upgrading this agent will allow you to sneak past monsters when exploring. Yeah, so apparently Abaddon's all about sneaking past monsters, but that doesn't make sense. I just had a realization. What if there's one less monster in each zone, or up to 5 less monsters in each zone, because this levels up his powers of stealing souls? So he like basically kills enemies before we even get to him. That's crazy. That's a cool lore point that I didn't even think about until this second. So, always learning new things. Terribly sorry this video went on a little bit longer than usual, but hey, it's the last of the lore stuff that I'm planning on doing. So, next episode, we're just going to come right back into it and start actually fighting some dudes off. But until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Like, subscribe, comment if you're enjoying the series so far. I know I am. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.